Welcome to another edition of Inside Stuff with me, Martins Oloja. Today, we will continue with our discussion points on a culture of impunity. It's a very serious matter we should continue with in this country because a culture of impunity is beginning to have an effect on development. And I think we need to talk to the authorities and duty bearers in this country to take it very seriously. What is this culture of impunity? Culture of impunity, as I have noted and as I was saying, is a way of life which enables offenders to escape justice. And it encourages wrong behavior, it encourages more wrongdoing when offenders are not punished. When we say, let us leave everything to God, instead of punishing people, instead of diligent prosecution of offenses and crimes, we say, let's leave it to God. God will punish them. God doesn't punish people like that. Therefore, we would like to talk to people, especially the authorities in Nigeria, that we should not encourage a culture of impunity. We are beginning to talk seriously now about oil thieves. We are beginning to just capture some people, but we are not seeing any action in the area of naming and shaming people who have been stealing our oil resources. People who have been coming from far country, as the scripture puts it, far country. Have been coming from far country to steal our oil. Who are the collaborators in the system? Who are the big men? Not area boys cannot steal our crude and just load vessels to a place where we are now beginning to see that they have arrested some, and they even, instead of prosecution, they have burnt the vessel, burnt the product and everything. No, this is not the way we should act. I believe that the authorities should arrest people who are stealing our oil. The authorities should arrest people who are stealing our money in the public sector here. The authorities should expose people who are using public procurement avenue to steal public fund. Civil servants who are doing this should be arrested and prosecuted, not pardoned like that, to say God will punish them. God doesn't punish people like that. The law should take its course. The hand of the law is powerful enough to punish offenders, but then we must be organized. It goes beyond that. Even in the area of organizing ourselves, look at traffic, for instance, in the economic capital of West Africa, Lagos. We see a culture of impunity. Lawlessness is on all fours. You see the one we call keke riders, we call motorcyclists, motorbikes, riders. They are all over the place, but they don't obey traffic rules. They don't obey traffic laws. They just drive anyhow. They don't stop for anybody. They just break everything in front. They don't obey anybody. And it has become like a way of life. You know where they are coming before you even, if you stop, they just meander and go away. Nobody stops them, nobody punishes them. Now when they graduate from that to be riding cars and buses, they will not obey any traffic rule. And when foreigners come here, they say this is chaos because people don't obey traffic rule. That's the reason we have traffic problem. That's the reason we have logjam on the highway. That is the reason we can't manage anything. In Lagos, nobody punishes them. There are law officers. There are officers of the law all over the place. But they don't arrest these people. Not to talk of prosecuting them. They just allow them. Some say they bribe their way through. If we must live in this place peacefully. If we must allow others, if we must invite others to invest in our country, the law must rule. There must be order. There must be a way of saying, we are good people. We are lawless people. But the way we encourage a culture of impunity and leaving everything to God, we can't develop as a country. We must punish offenders. We must punish public officers who do not obey budgetary rules, budgetary allocations for projects. As I was saying the other day, I quoted Shakespeare that any mercy that forgives a murderer encourages murder. And that is what we should think about. Listeners, viewers, do you have any suggestion on how to curb a culture of impunity in Nigeria? Drop your comments in the comment section. Until we meet again next week. Bye.